Hey folks, here's a short video to talk about some thrift store finds. Um, so I was in a different section of town today at a medical center. I'm getting old and falling apart. Um, yeah, pretty rough times. My shoulder, I'm pretty sure, is going to need surgery. I'll find more about that over the course of the next couple weeks. My hand is in bad shape, and I think I have plantar fasciitis in my heels. So yeah, just and that's not even all the issues going on around here. You know, you go through storms of life, and right now I kind of feel like I'm in a sharknado of life. But that's okay. That's okay because God's good, and he he sees us through it, and so we're not going to worry about that too much. So, but I did go to a different section of town today. Went to medical center, trying to get some things straight. And here comes Jake doing his Batista. Jake, Jake must be watching Infinity Wars. There are times when he doesn't know if he can come aboard, and so he moves real slow, as though I won't see him because he's moving so slow that it's imperceptible that he's invisible. Yeah. Hey, how are you, buddy? Okay. So anyway, so they had this little store. Oh, right. I mean, I'd never really noticed it. It's right up. You just come right out of the front of the center, turn left, and it's right there across the street. So I decided, what the heck, I'm going to run in there today and see what they got. And so I found this section in the very back that had a table that had DVDs and Blu-rays and CDs for 70 cents a piece. And I found some stuff to bring home. Let's get started. All right, first up, Kurt Angle, The Essential Collection. I'm a big wrestling. Jake. All right, buddy. Why don't you hop down for now? All right. So, of course, I'm a big, well, there's the back. Yeah, I'm a big wrestling fan. Um, I certainly appreciate Kurt Angle. Great athlete. Uh, Definitely very good in the ring. And this is a 3 DVD set for 70 cents. That's pretty awesome. That's what I'm talking about. I think my favorite memory of Kurt Angle wasn't actually in a wrestling show. It was, I don't know if anybody watched back in the day. There was a show, I believe it was on, well, it was probably on TNT. Whatever channel I think TNA Wrestling was on. So they had him come in. It was called Pros versus Joes. So they brought in Kurt. I always, going into a show like that, you think, oh man, average guys getting a shot at these pro athletes. That's who you'd be rooting for. No, usually it was some arrogant athlete who never did anything, talking a bunch of disrespect to professional athletes who worked hard at their craft. So I always ended up rooting for the pro athletes to show them up. Anyway, Kurt Angle, they had him in one event, and the whole goal was to see whoever won would be the guy that got taken to the ground the least by Kurt Angle. And man, he was just a machine back then. And, he's getting a little older now, and you can kind of tell the aches and pains of what he's done over the years is wearing on him. But man, back then he was just a machine. You could see these guys, because they all wrestled once for 2 minutes. He wrestled, was it 3 of them for 2 minutes each? And yeah, they were they were exhausted by the end of their 2 minutes. He looked like he could have gone longer after his 6. So there you have it. Kurt Angle and Dallas Diamond Page. Also a 3 DVD set. Positively Living. And I appreciate Dallas Page for a couple reasons. One, he was older when he started his career, and his dedication to helping his fellow wrestlers get better. I mean, he's had positive influences on guys like Jake the Snake Roberts and Razor Ramon. So, yeah, like some Diamond Dallas Page. Next up, Christmas is just a couple months away. Found the Carol Burnett show, Christmas with Carol, and it talks about on the back how she never did a holiday special, but so that this is kind of stuff that they've collected. Features guest stars like Alan Alda, Jonathan Winters, and Helen Reddy. I just hope there's some good Tim Conway on here, because I love Tim Conway. Great comedian. And of course, Carol is a genius. That whole cast. Harvey Korman. And it says it's got some Mr. Tudball and Mrs. Wiggins on here, so I'm looking forward to that. Next up, Pan. And I'm pretty sure this is the movie I saw in the theater. I remember not being overwhelmed. It was a decent little flick. I think the visuals in it were more stunning than maybe the story, but I'd have to watch it again. See if my memory serves me right. But yeah, Blu-rays for less than $1. Man, that's awesome. All right, Pure Country. Pure Heart. I think this is like 3rd in the series, and I need to sit down. I think I've got them all on disc. I need to sit down and watch them, see if they're any good. Had to pick this up because, of course, there's Willie Nelson. And got to looking at it again, a little closer. There he is, Mr. Main Event, Mr. WrestleMania, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Greatest in-ring performer in wrestling history. He's got a little bit part, so there you go. Couple DVDs. Bruce Springsteen. This is a tribute, Music Cares tribute to Bruce Springsteen. So it has a lot of great artists on it. Alabama Shakes, Natalie Maines, Ben Harper, and Charlie Musselwhite on Atlantic City. Mavis Staples, Zach Brown, Mumford & Sons, Jackson Brown, Emmylou Harris, Elton John, Tim McGraw and Faith Hill, John Legend, Sting, Neil Young and Crazy Horse, and then of course Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band do about 5 songs of their own. Boy, come with some strong warnings. On the front it says coarse language, and on the back it says recommended for mature audiences. What the heck did they do on this little tribute show? Is it just for a little bit of language? I don't know. All right. Next up, All Together Now. documentary film, The Beatles, Love, Circus Soleil. I don't know how you say that. I'm not exactly sure what that means this is, but I thought, Beatles documentary for less than $1. I'm not going to leave it. Don't really see any special guest stars, but there you go. Okay, so I picked up a couple CDs. The first one being U2, Songs of Innocence. Believe it or not, I had not picked that up. And I'm a big U2 fan. I can't say that I was too excited about this one, but at 70 cents, I wasn't going to leave it. And then this, I couldn't remember if I had it or not, so I went ahead and grabbed it. Queensryche, Empire. And both of these CD covers are gray writing on black, so you're not going to see nothing. So there you go. Queensryche, Empire. And that's my little stash for today. So anyway, hope everyone's doing well. And no big worries on this end. I know I talked about going to the doctor a lot, but and I'm sure I'm probably am going to need surgery on this shoulder, but you know that's par for the course. At least it's nothing super serious. But yeah, so we hope everyone's doing well, and I do have a lot of other videos that I've shot that need editing to go up. I've got a few more that I need to shoot and edit those. So there'll be a lot more content coming from this channel, of course, in the next several weeks. So hang in there with me, and we'll be seeing you a lot. Have a great night, folks.